The girl's body slowly slipped down, and below her was a height of 10,000 meters. If she fell, not even a scrap would be left. She suddenly woke up, but it was already too late. Her body tumbled and plunged toward the abyss. Just then, something unexpected happened. When she opened her eyes, her pupils suddenly dilated. She sat up sharply, grabbed the rope tightly, and her heart raced wildly. She realized she hadn't fallen, all thanks to the hemp rope in front of her. She tried to call for help from the man, but he huddled in the basket and said nothing. Even worse, the ice on the rope was melting, and the girl was slipping down little by little because it was too smooth. If she fell from this height, she'd still be smashed to pieces. She waved her legs desperately to get back to the basket. After keeping trying, she finally got close. She put all her strength into a kick, but her body was thrown far away. In the end, she grabbed the rope using the momentum. She stared fixedly at the man in the corner and climbed into the basket with all her might. Before she could catch her breath, she crawled toward the man and called him over and over again, but it was already too late. The girl couldn't believe it. She leaned in and found he had no heartbeat. Just as she was about to despair, the man woke up miraculously. Looking at her badly bruised hands and the hot air balloon that was back to normal, the man knew she had climbed to the top to close the valve. The two, who had narrowly escaped death, talked excitedly about the future. But soon, they noticed the falling snowflakes had stopped moving. They even started floating upward. The girl realized it wasn't the snow's fault. It was just that the hot air balloon was descending so fast that it caught up with the falling snowflakes. At this speed, they'd definitely be crushed into pulp. She shouted and told the man to throw things out. Sandbags, rescue ropes, coats. They threw everything out. But the balloon was still descending faster and faster, and the basket was already empty. Seeing they were about to fall to their deaths, the man told the girl to climb onto the ring. He took a knife and followed her, planning to cut off the heaviest part of the basket. He moved his hands faster and faster, and the basket was cut off one after another, leaving only two ropes. As the ground got closer, the man grew more anxious. Suddenly, he lost his balance, and both of them almost fell. The girl hadn't expected this. The usually quiet, bookish guy was actually reliable in a crisis. When the last rope was cut, the hot air balloon slowed down, but the experienced girl knew it wasn't enough. From this height, they still couldn't survive. Under the man's shocked gaze, she stood firmly on the edge of the iron ring. She was willing to risk her own life to give the man a chance to live. The man broke down and tried to stop her, but he couldn't hold her back. She had made up her mind. At that critical moment, the man looked at the balloon and suddenly had an idea. He shouted, "Either we both live or we both die." Before the girl could react, he grabbed the rope that held the balloon and cut it with one knife. The hot air balloon instantly turned into a parachute and drifted slowly downward. The two, who had walked out of the gate of death, couldn't hide their excitement. But before they could celebrate, new trouble came. This time, though, neither of them was afraid. They held each other's hands and dived toward the forest without fear. After some time, they finally woke up. They limped toward each other, then supported each other and walked in the direction of home.